Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of Cup of Joe with John, and we are going to be going over all the best jackpots to go over through today. But we got a great list of places we're streaming to right now, and that's the Pilot TV Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
Yeah, and that's right. We've been sending out a lot of those brand new Pilot TVs to a lot of new locations. Some of those places include the Sasquatch Saloon, Stockman's Tavern, Tri-Lakes and Roadhouse, and the Forever Burmas.
Definitely some great locations right there. But we got some great jackpots that are going to be on the line for today. The very first jackpot, where me and John are going to be trying to give this one out, Vikings Bingo, 25 cents a card. We got $20,471 on the line. You could take home in 52 balls or less. Not bad for just a 25-cent card. Really, really exciting stuff.
Yeah, 100%. So definitely pile in from 12 to 1 to get 10 chances at that jackpot. But of course, right afterwards, starting off the day with Game Day Bingo from 1 to 4, and then of course from 4 to 6 with a continuation into the happy hour. The Game Day Bingo 50-cent cards are looking really good today, especially that mega jackpot over $54,250 in 50 balls or less to win.
Ooh, that should be some awesome stuff heading into today, as you've had a little bit of luck giving out some Friday mega jackpots, as you've given out 2 of those mega jackpots on Friday, and both times they were in a lower ball count than 50 balls or less. I think it was 44 balls or less when you gave it out the first time, 47 balls or less the last time you gave it out. So feels very doable heading into this Friday.
100%. But of course, it's not the only jackpot looking good, because that minor is starting things off looking really nice today. $322 in 52 balls or less to win.
Yeah, that Game Day Bingo minor is always a great jackpot, as every single game it clicks up 2 balls, meaning it gets very doable very quickly. But after that, we get into some Skull Bingo that will be running from 6 all the way till 10 tonight, and it's $1 a card to play that Skull Bingo. The coverall's sitting at $6,485. You can take home in 50 balls or less. Definitely some great jackpots throughout all of today. The Vikings Bingo, the Game Day Bingo Mega and Minor jackpot, and that Skull Bingo coverall, all worth coming out for today.
Yeah, 100%. So definitely play a whole ton of bingo today, as we always do. But we had a lot of people who were successful in that endeavor yesterday. Starting it off, it was Sphere being the first jackpot winner of that awesome Thursday over at VFW Crystal, winning $4,037.20.
Yeah, the largest jackpot of that Thursday. But all of our jackpots were actually able to get over $1,000, as the next one went out to Mike over at Max's on Main, taking home $1,181.
Awesome stuff. And then it was Sam 1 over at Wings Tavern and Grill, ending off that Thursday night with $1,525. Everybody winning over $1,100.
Yeah, good job to all of our winners there, as hopefully we can get some more people added into that list in just a little bit when we start getting enrolled into that great game of Vikings Bingo. But we have a great new eTab game that just got released yesterday, and it's called Van Gogh Dough. You guys can even pick out a lucky painting in the painting gallery bonus round and can see if you can take home a really great prize. It's super fun. It's all Van Gogh themed, and it's just a really, really cool eTab game.
Nice. Definitely awesome stuff. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I know I like Van Gogh a lot, so that's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Even the background, I think, changes a bunch into different Van Gogh paintings too, so it's always constantly changing.
Nice. That's pretty awesome stuff. So definitely check it out today at your favorite Minnesota bar. But we got some awesome weather to get into over in Bloomington, Minnesota. Let's take a look how things are shaping out. Looks like it's going to start things off today overcast with the high around 45 degrees Fahrenheit, so a pretty, late autumn kind of day.
Yeah.
Winds are going to be blowing north to northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Looking a little gloomy
It's
today.
definitely a November day.
Yes,
It's
100%.
definitely a November day. But heading into the night, it doesn't drop too much. It's going to be increasingly clouds with showers arriving, but the low is only going to be dropping to around 36 degrees. Winds north to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour with a chance of rain at 60%. Should be a pretty cool just day. Very cloudy, rainy and all that. And your sun should be setting right around 6 o'clock for you guys.
Awesome stuff. Definitely going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that, gloomy November weather, because I know a lot of people do.
I sometimes, it matters on what I have to do for the day. If I have to be very productive for the day, I I hate a gloomy day.
Yeah.
But if I have nothing to do for the day, I
It's
love
pretty nice. Yeah.
love a good gloomy day. Just stay inside, maybe play a little bit of Pilot games at whatever bar you're at, or just, watch a great show or something.
Yeah, 100%. So definitely do any of those nice things today. But starting off our day here at Pilot Games, we got Vikings Bingo from 12 to 1, the 25-cent cards. And you can get 10 chances at that $20,471 jackpot and 52 balls or less to win.
Yeah, you can also earn points towards our lunchtime bingo standings, which we like to call the Twiking Zone. Right now, we have a bunch of close races, but we didn't actually have a single shakeup happen yesterday. Some of those close races to definitely highlight is a three-way race in 9th, 8th, and 7th place. Wow. Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurants has 122,000 points. Got bumped back a few times after being, I think, in a tie with our 7th place player that I'll talk about in just a second. 8th place is Kirby over at Adagios with 125,000 points. And that player that has moved up and been able to, get past Caribou and get sole possession of that 7th place spot, as well as Kirby passed up Caribou. But T-Bone over at Poppers was the original player to get out of that tie with Caribou with now 129,000 points. Still not out of the race between those three players, as there's only about, 6,000 points separating 7,000 points separating Caribou and T-Bone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, hey, looking pretty close in that little three-player span. But even up next in the top 5 of things, everybody is in the 200,000 point club or higher. You got Sin Bob with 212,000 points over Corky's Bar South Haven, and only about 9,000 points ahead. In 4th place is Loser Dave in VFW Spring Lake Park with 221,000 points. But really, once you get into the top 3, it's pretty spaced out once we get to those spots.
Yeah, but when you talk about top-tier players that earn points so fast, it's almost like you talk about them differently than those back half of the standings players, because they can earn like 20,000 points in one showing kind of thing. So I never like to put them fully out of the race, but these players are definitely like a little step ahead.
Very, very true. But in 3rd place, we got Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven, 236,000 points. 2nd is Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley with 252,000 points. And 1st place is Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 332,000 points.
Yeah, I'd say everybody in that 200,000 point club, 5th to 2nd place, are all still in kind of a race that could definitely be shaken up by the end of this season, as we've seen Sin Bob in that top 3 before and has been moved around. Loser Dave's been in 1st place at one point in this season, so lots of shakeups still to come. But onto the location side of these standings, where we did have one singular shakeup happen. Shooting up from 10th into 8th, we got Steve-O's and Crystal with 160,000 points, and they caused some chaos behind them as they bumped back Lakefront Bar in La Center from 8th into 9th with 153,000 points. But not only did that happen, Halfley's Bar in Richmond was able to get enough points to tie it up with Lakefront Bar, keeping them from getting bumped back from 9th into 10th, and they actually stayed in 9th, getting into that tie.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to Halfley's Bar and Steve-O's, both boosting up a little bit. But other than that, we got a lot of crazy, kind of like tiers in this
it's
standings.
All over the place for this.
Yeah, because, you have 6th and 5th place at VFW Blaine with 283,000 points, and then only a few thousand points ahead with 287,000 points. You have Our Place on 3rd and Faribault in 5th place. Yeah, well, they're a while away from 7th place. So.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're racing to get into the 300,000 point club that has nobody in it, because you got to skip all the way to the 400,000 point club before you get into the next locations right in that 4th place spot.
That's right, because in 4th place you got Poppers in Virginia with 417,000 points, but even then they're a pretty decent amount away from the top 3. Pretty like a little closer to 3rd place though. Yeah,
definitely has a shot at catching up to 3rd place, but the top 2, they've kind of solidified themselves at this point.
Yeah, no, 100%. In 3rd place you have Corky's Bar in South Haven with 447,000 points. 2nd place is American Legion Fridley with 523,000 points. and first place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 620,000 points.
Yeah, good job to all those locations. Really killing it so far this season, especially American Legion Fridley and VFW Spring Lake Park, who have almost full 100,000 point separations from their next closest locations.
Yeah.
But we do have a little E-Tab spotlight we talk about, and my highlight E-Tab for today will be actually the one that came out right before Van Gogh Doe, and that's a Bounty Hunter. You guys can collect up lucky horseshoes in that game, try out the Bonanza bonus, or try your luck picking a lucky door in the Saloon Door bonus round.
Yeah, 100%. I would say mine would be Night of the Winning Dead. Yeah,
yes.
Still on the Halloween mood.
Yes, it's not too far gone. You know, sometimes it feels like Halloween, it just comes and goes so quickly. Yeah. And so, you know, we need to still celebrate it a little bit past it as we're moving on to the Thanksgiving season.
Yeah,
people move too quickly and skip past the Thanksgiving season right to the Christmas season.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, no, Mariah Carey is already on the Hot 100
Exactly.
again.
I don't want that. We do have over 70 different Charitable E-Tab games that you can play. Some of them are already Christmas themed. Play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. You won't want to miss out. Definitely some fun stuff there.
Yeah, 100%. But of course, right after Vikings bingo from 12 to 1, we do have some game day bingo to get into from 1 to 4 p.m. That minor is starting things off at $322 and 52 balls or less to win. That major jackpot is at $2,693 and 50 balls or less to win.
Yeah, actually has to get to $3,000 before it even can be won by anyone else because the mega prize is at the exact same ball count.
That's right. And that mega jackpot is at $54,250 at 50 balls or less to win. So all those prizes are looking pretty good. But even 100%. Even if you don't win any of these prizes, they'll all be going into happy hour game day bingo from 4 to 6 p.m.
Yeah, it should be some really, really fun stuff. We already talked about it once. You've had a lot of luck playing that game day bingo during Friday. And so hopefully we can give out another mega jackpot during this happy hour. Not only will you have a shot at game day bingo, though, during that happy hour, you also get 2 opportunities at Lucky 4 bingo, where that jackpot is looking fantastic as well. $43,160 that you'll have an opportunity to win at 4 p.m. And if you don't win it at 4 p.m., you'll have another opportunity right at 6 p.m. to be able to take home that prize.
Yeah, 100%. But right after that, all the way from 6 to 10 p.m. tonight, you got some Skull Bingo $1 cards rolling around. A lot of nice prizes floating around in Skull Bingo. You got the line prize starting things off at $231 and 10 balls or less to win. Looking pretty good. That large frame jackpot is at $598 and 43 balls or less to win. And that coverall jackpot is over $6,485 and 50 balls or less to win.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. And we got 3 awesome specialty broadcasts that we need to highlight. The next one up is actually happening this weekend as our Vikings are taking on the Commanders this Sunday. And we'll be bringing to you guys live a bunch of those lunchtime bingo games and game day bingo games while we watch that game at noon during this Sunday. But not only do we have that great specialty night, we also have 2 other PGL night specialty nights. The next one up is Tuesday night, and it's MegaSota game night, the biggest gaming night of the entire week. Starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday. And Tony and Nikki bring a bunch of PGL points with them, as well as a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale that's sitting at $47,867. You could take home in 54 balls or less. And I did mention there's 2 PGL nights. The other one is just the very following night on that Wednesday.
That's right. It's Wild Wednesday. It goes from 7 to 9 like it does every single Wednesday. Got a lot of great PGL games packed into this night as well, including a grand finale of that back-to-back games of Wipeout Blackout.
Yeah, you also got those high-low games in those, which are always super fun. Best players and worst players in the state get the win. We got to see a player while we were over in Minnesota who actually was one of the biggest losers in one of the first nights that we actually ran one of those high-low games, and he got a great sweatshirt from winning it, and it was super cool because it was a sweatshirt that I'd only seen our boss wear before, which was really, really cool.
Yeah, that's right. It's pretty cool stuff. But if you want to get in on cool things like that, sign up at pgl.world to become a member of our league. PGL players compete for points and have access to insider info, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great stuff in it. So definitely sign up at pgl.world today, and we can even mention you guys on our new PGL member spotlight list and send you out a little bit of luck.
Yeah, so some luck heading out to you guys. Guy, Ren, Gorsk, Kitty, A. Joss 2005, Baby Girl, Leroy, Buck All Day, Saloon 69, Demand, Studio K, Mr. Holt, Fancy Pants, Ladybug, Disco Funk, Kelly, Crazy C, Mama P, and Dean Amy.
Awesome stuff. Welcome to the PGL, everybody. Hopefully you're enjoying your new accounts, but you may not be able to get onto these PGL standings unless you've been playing all of those nights like these top 10 players have been, because they have been going crazy this season. I mean, already in 10th place, you got Big Dog with 836,000 points. That's a pretty big point total to get into the top 10.
Yeah, that's just the access to the top 10, not to mention that we have so many great players that are duking it out. We do have some players that are really creeping close towards that 1 million point club. As 5th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill trying to get into that club with 987,565 points. We'll see if they can do that, as everybody in the 1 million point club is actually where we had our shakeups.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's dropping from out of the top 3 to 4th place. It's Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 1,026,000 points. 3rd place dropping from 2nd. We got Devoided over at Roadside with 1,038,000 points. 2nd, boosting up from 4th place, we got Chapster at Moe's with 1,065,000 points. And in 1st place, just sticking it out right now, Forget UD over at VFW Austin with 1,390,000 points.
Yeah, he's kind of solidified his spot right there in that 1st place spot. We'll still need to earn points to maintain that 1st place spot, but has a good hold on it as we speak. But it was a great move for Chapster this week, as Chapster actually was in 2nd place heading into this week. Then on Tuesday got bumped back from 2nd into 4th. Then on Wednesday moved back up from 4th into 2nd. Was able to stay put in 2nd place. It was definitely a big time move for them after not seeing him earn any points on that Tuesday.
Yeah, 100%. Well, hey, nice job to all the top 10 players in the PGL, but we do have those locations to take a look at too, and we had some pretty consistent change-ups happening throughout the top 10. Starting it off was the newcomer in 10th place, Miltona Liquor Store. They got 2,484,000 points already on the season.
Yeah, good job entering up that top 10. Also a shakeup in these standings. We were from 8th into 7th. We got Corner Bar and Grill Wednesday with 2,780,000 points. Bumping back, LJ's in Miltona with 2,734,000 points, now in 8th place.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, and well, actually taking their spot from them in 7th place, it's Corner Bar and Grill in Winstead.
Yeah,
awesome. Okay. All right. Well, in the top 4, that's where the rest of the shakeups lie. We got in 4th place, actually exiting the top 3, we got VFW Northfield with 3,360,000 points. In the top 3 still, but getting kicked out of 2nd place, we got Friendly Buffalo and Big Lake with 3,409,000 points. And then in 2nd place, jumping all the way from 4th, we got Poppers in Virginia with 3,414,000 points, only about 5,000 points ahead of 3rd place.
Yeah, I guess trying their best to replicate what the player side did in that 2nd through 4th place spot.
Yeah, 100%. But of course, in 1st place, we got Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud still with a clear 1 million point lead with 4,588,000 points.
Well, good job to all those locations and players. And if you guys want to stay up to date, give us a like and follow on our Facebook pages. It's as easy as searching up Pilot Games on that Facebook and clicking on our logo. Then you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and more, like a website link, which is our link tree. It has links to bar locations, socials, and so much more there as well. It's just a great place to stay in tune with everything Pilot Games. But as we are coming to the end part of this Cup of Joe with John, we got a player spotlight to get into. And that was Mike over at VFW Wells, who took home $28,000 this weekend.
Awesome stuff. And when they won that jackpot, they were playing at VFW Wells, and Mike was supporting the charity VFW Post 1778 Wells. Their mission statement is to foster camaraderie among United States veterans of overseas conflicts, to serve our veterans, the military, and our communities, and to advocate on behalf of all veterans. But of course, this type of stuff, it always brings us right back around to whenever you guys play pilot games, your community wins. We'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of Vikings Bingo, and we're now in the Vikings Bingo studio. Thank you, Nikki, for shooting us over there. And we're going to be streaming all these games to you guys live on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/Pilot TV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota, and we got some great new locations that just got some Pilot TVs. But before we get into those locations, we do have balls dropping in this very first game. We got a line and large M of $20, as well as a $20,585 coverall jackpot.
Awesome stuff. It's looking pretty good, but of course those new Pilot TV locations, they include the Sasquatch Saloon, Stockman's Tavern, Tri Lakes Roadhouse, and Forever Burma's.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. I love a good Sasquatch. Did you ever watch Sasquatch Hunters as a kid?
Like on History Channel?
Yeah, that was so fun. I loved it as a child.
Yeah, I kind of always was very skeptical of it as a kid.
I knew it was fake. I knew it was fake. No, I watched it as a comedy show.
Yeah, I don't know, just like they were too serious about it. And I thought it was like funny, but I was just kind of like, these people are so dumb.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I was like, oh, the Sasquatch is gonna get him, and it was just.
I really liked the Destination Truth though. That's the one I liked with the Josh dude, because it would you would actually learn cool things about where he was going, and there would be cool locations he would be into.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever watched that. We do have a winner, as we have JJ's at American Legion Shack be taking home that $20 line prize. Now working on a $20 large M. What was it called?
Destination Truth. And it was pretty cool. Because it'd be more of it's almost like a traveling show too. So we'd go to this crazy cool locations, and yes,
I did see that.
He'd be in the Amazon or something. It's all right, we're going to this famous haunted local village, and all right, we need to get rowed out by local people to this place.
He was a paranormal researcher.
Yeah, he's awesome. It was really interesting.
So cool. Yeah, he just went around for the supernatural, the strange, and the paranormal phenomena happening around.
It even says, interviewing local people, reviewing the history of the area and stuff like that.
That is really cool. We do have a winner, as we got Terry F over at Eagles Rochester taking home a $20 large M. No, watching those Sasquatch shows made my family want to make a comedic Sasquatch show and just have my dad just fully dressed up in a fursuit just running around in my grandpa's 40-acre woods,
and
we
just Office style, just
and we just are and it's
so funny.
And that's also where we talked about how pretty much if you put peanut butter out and it's eaten, then it's probably a Sasquatch, and so that would be the main focal point of our evidence of 100%. Sasquatch findings.
Yes. Just with Ben in the corner with peanut butter all over his hands.
We do have a winner on this one. Large M going out to Terry F, and the coverall going out to Terry F over at Eagles Rochester. $31 on that Musco coverall, as we still got jackpots to work on as we're getting enrolled into this next game.
That's right. But of course, those jackpots we were talking about, we had a few winners from yesterday on that fateful Thursday. That boosted us up to 23 jackpots for the rolling week and 399 jackpots for all of season 12.
Ooh, almost 400.
That's right. But of course, starting off that Thursday winnings, it was Sphere over at VFW Crystal winning over $4,037, the biggest jackpot winner of the day.
And a great shape.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Sphere.
Oh, whenever I think of Sphere, I always think of Game Sphere from Drake and Josh.
Game Sphere?
The Game Sphere.
I don't remember it.
Oh,
I don't remember it.
I got to show it. Because you know what was funny, though, about this Game Sphere is that they had it on the show. And it was, in all reality, they just taped over the logo and taped over a couple other things or painted over it maybe. And it was literally just a dual CD and cassette player. And I had one of them at a local youth center I worked at in middle of nowhere.
Yes.
And it was hilarious because I came across it in the closet one day. And I was like, we have a Game Sphere. And then come to find it was literally just a radio, in one of the 3-in-1s thing.
Yes, and it was just fake to be the Game Sphere.
Exactly.
That is so funny.
But it's just a big red sphere. And it's so funny. This is what it is.
That makes total
game
sense
sphere.
why they
Yeah.
thought it was why you thought it was. Yeah, I've seen those players, and I know exactly what you're talking about now with the game sphere. And Drake and Josh.
Spherical.
Yeah, that was so funny.
right,
I remember
that's
that. 1 minute to get enrolled in this next game, though. Over $20,743 of total prizes. Should be some fun stuff. Good job, Sphere, taking home a jackpot yesterday, $4,037. But next one that went out to Mike over at Max's on Main, taking home $1,181.
Awesome. Yeah, I have another comment about this name because Mike. I've just been seeing a lot of Mike from Breaking Bad recently.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of Mike Tyson recently.
I've kind
Different
of been
Mike.
did you see that one where he kind of like knocked himself out in that interview with Tony Hawk?
No, I did not see that.
Like he tried to do like a flip on the skateboard and then he like just went back and almost fell like right on his
goodness.
head.
Yeah.
Really funny.
Yeah, I think it takes more to knock Mike Tyson out than that.
Yeah,
I feel like you
seriously.
got to just like throw a semi truck at him, and
For
then you might
At that point.
knock him out.
Just like maybe catch the momentum of one of his fists and just redirect it.
Redirect it right at him. That's the
right.
only way. The only way to knock out Mike Tyson is himself.
Do you think a full-on Mike Tyson hit to Mike Tyson would knock him out?
Yeah,
think
for
so?
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike Tyson has the stronger punch than
Yes,
anyone's
I-
jaw, so I would say, like, there's, like, not a single, like, you can talk about the toughest boxers in the world.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, you give Mike
Oh, just
Tyson
a
a
solid punch.
free solid punch
Yeah.
right into the jaw, like,
It's probably going to be like a 90% out. Like 90% knockout.
And it has
percentage.
nothing to do with like extra like side variables. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with the punch or the
Well, just because
durability of the
at
person.
that point, like, you know, I mean, if you're getting punched by Mike Tyson, like, it doesn't matter how big you are. The brain is doing its thing. You know
Yeah,
what
it
I
just
mean?
matters if the brain rattles in the right way to have you
exactly.
get knocked out or not.
Yeah, well,
because your
that's-
brain's
exactly.
gonna rattle no matter
Yes,
what. It just
exactly.
matters on if it knocks you out or not.
Do you think he could knock out Thor Bjornsson?
Thor Bjornsson.
That's right.
Yeah,
The
for sure.
the mountain
Yeah,
from Game of
yeah,
Thrones.
yeah, for sure.
You think he could?
100%.
That'd be crazy. That would be a crazy sight to see if they did an exhibition match.
Have you seen him and Conor McGregor just like messing around?
No.
Yeah, they've had a little mess around
Mike Tyson?
fight. No, not
Or
Mike Tyson.
Half Thor Bjornsson.
Yeah, Thor Bjornsson. They have a little like
That's
they've had a
hilarious.
few like little like not like it was like training spars or
Yeah,
something
it
like
was just
that.
messing
And it
around.
wasn't even as serious as a training spar.
Yeah.
It was more just Conor McGregor like punching him, like kind of like moving around, being like.
I think I did see that. I think I saw it on his Instagram like a while ago.
Yeah,
That's really funny. That's really funny. But, of course, we do have a couple winners. We got Sammy over at Carboni's Pizzeria and Grill and Player over at Main Street Pub taking away those line prizes. Nice job to you guys.
Yeah, now working on that large M of $22, as well as that $20,000 jackpot, which I think everyone is trying to win. 3 balls away for some of those players. I see Mad Dog out there. Mad Dog, we are still waiting for your review on the new E-Tab game, Van Gogh Dough. We want a full letter grade. We want a full, breakdown of what you think of the game, because, as you being one of our most opinionated players, and I think you thrive in that opinionated player spot. We'd love to hear it back.
I've seen the Van Gogh, I've seen all like the panels of it and stuff, but I just haven't heard the music of it yet.
Yes,
And
I need to hear the Van Gogh music.
I'm really excited to hear the music, and
Yes.
because it's not too often we don't really get full previews of the games and stuff before they come out.
I know.
Or after they come out. But
Yep.
we do have Spaz over at Derby Inn and No Show 50. That's 53 balls.
That says 53 balls, but it says $20,700 out there.
Did they get it? Like when it was at 52, but
We're
it just clicked over for some reason?
We are going to need from Nikki. Nikki's on production for us. Let us know, did $20,700 just go out to No Show, or is it 53 balls have dropped and we clicked past that $20,000 jackpot?
It has to go. It has to have gone out.
Yeah, I mean, that is crazy, crazy stuff. We got Nikki checking into the chat. We'll see what her answer is in just one moment. And she will be confirming in just one second.
Oh my gosh, it's like a huge.
I know.
And it's taking extra long to go to the enrolling screen.
No, it is. We'll find out as soon as we get to the enrolling screen. But for right now, I'm gonna assume No Show took that one home, $20,000. But, man, the
taking so
anticipation
long.
is killing me right now. I was hoping to be able to give that out today,
Yeah,
but that
seriously.
is huge money going out if it did.
This is a big player, too. No show getting that jackpot. That would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
Come on. Oh, my goodness.
we'll talk about our final jackpot that went out yesterday before we get the official announcement. Sam won over at Wings Tavern and Grill. Took home $1,525, and it looks like that jackpot was not able to go out. That is so disappointing. No show was one ball away from taking that one home. Ooh.
Wow.
Definitely wish we could have seen that one go out right there, but it just seems like was not able to. 1 minute and 50 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. And yeah, Nikki's checking in and she's saying, I don't think it went out either.
Yeah.
So close, so disappointing.
Man,
well,
yeah, it was the ball count that gave it away.
Yes,
Yeah.
it really did. I was like 53 balls or less. That's not supposed to go out right there, but it's telling me it did go out. But no show. Good job getting a great Must-Go prize on that one. We'll go over that Must-Go prize that you were able to win in just a little bit. But that means that jackpot is very doable in these games. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled. Press and play. $20,848 of total prizes as you guys are getting enrolled, and we were just one ball away from giving it out just last game. Really, really fun stuff.
I mean, we were basically half a ball away at that point. Like, geez,
yeah, that's what it feels like.
It didn't know if it wanted to go out or not.
Yeah.
But of course, maybe in this little intermission, you can have a little E-Tab break with that brand new E-Tab game we just released. What
Van Gogh Dough.
Van Gogh Dough. I like it. It kind of sounds like a Ben and Jerry's ice cream flavor.
It does kind of sound like a Ben and Jerry's in a weird way.
Yeah,
I completely agree with
no,
you.
I would like totally buy that if it was like Starry Night edition. You know, I was like, oh, that'd probably be good.
Yeah, have a little bit of cookie dough in
it'd
there.
totally be like Superman ice cream with like cookie dough or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that would
Van
be good,
Gogh
though.
Dough.
It'd just be like, it was like all the colors and stuff like that. I feel like it makes sense.
Or is it like a...
Like cookies and cream.
You could go cookies and cream. You could go with like
With
a mint
like,
chocolate chip with like the
birthday cake cookie dough. So it's like colorful cookie dough.
Colorful cookie dough. See, now we're cooking right here.
Interesting.
Definitely
Yeah,
some
very
fun
true.
stuff. There's a painting bonus round in that one where
Yes.
if you pick out the right painting, you can take home some really good cash. Van Gogh dough. Super, super cool stuff.
That's right.
You guys can also see a preview of that new E-Tab game on our Facebook page. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games on our Facebook, and you'll be able to find that page. You'll also be able to see weekly bingo schedules there, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, as well as a website link, which is our link tree as links to bar locations, our social media, and more there. There's so much options on that Facebook page, and especially that preview to Van Gogh Dough if you haven't tried it out yet. So we'd love to also hear your guys' opinion on Van Gogh Dough, as we've sent out a post just yesterday asking for some people's opinions. So leave a comment there, and hopefully it's positive comments for that great game. Usually whenever it's a new E-Tab game, it's usually some people love it, some people hate it. It just tends to be that way.
No, it is really funny. I mean, I don't know. Some people just, they love the favorite. They love the good old classics, the comfort food of E-Tab games. And I can't blame them.
There's other people that just like the new stuff.
Yeah, no, there's other, like, when I know a lot of people, when we went to Minnesota and we would ask people what their favorite E-Tab games, you players, a lot of people would be like, oh, just, and whenever the new one is.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of respect that,
I agree, because I feel like I would be that way.
Yeah,
That's how I
because
feel
it's
like.
fresh and new, you know what I mean?
I'm not one to play the same game every single
Yeah,
time. I'm
exactly.
not a person of habit.
Yeah.
I just like go, okay, well, this one seems fun today. That's how I would be. And then it would be like, oh, the new one. I'm going to play the new one today.
Yep.
And so that would be my way of choosing.
Well, 100%. I definitely just feel whatever theme I'm feeling on that day. But, of course, we do have a winner on the line prize. We got a couple of them. We got Rick Liu over at Bertram Caboose, Lisa over at Main Street Pub, and SNS over at Adagios, all of them splitting up that line prize. We do have players now 2 balls away from this large M. Hopefully we can get a good run up at the coverall and 52 balls or less to win. Excuse me. But, of course, we were going to be talking about our schedule and what we do every single day. And obviously, we started off with a lot of Vikings bingo 25-cent cards running from 12 to 1. And it's what we're playing right now. We got 10 games to get chance at this $20,000 jackpot and 52 balls or less to win, like it is every single game. But of course, the bingo does not stop there because right afterwards, from 1 to 4 p.m., we got Game Day Bingo, the 50-cent cards. And that minor is starting things off really nice today. It's going to be at $322 and 52 balls or less to win.
We do have a winner, though, on this large M. We got a split win between SNS over at Adagios and Stoli over at VFW Shakopee. Splitting up $21 as we did click past that coverall to a must-go of $32. We got players already one ball away, so it should be going out relatively soon, and there it is already going out. Bill over at Corky's Bar South Haven, Mad Dog over at Lincoln Depot, and Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon, all splitting up that $32 in this game. Good job to all of our winners as we are now getting enrolled into a game number 5 of Vikings Bingo.
That's right. But of course, for this next game, we are going to be taking a little break just for a second. So we'll see you guys in a minute.
Hey guys, and we are back. We fixed some of those technical difficulties, so we won't have that same issue again where it says we won a jackpot, but we didn't actually win a jackpot. And so 1 minute to get enrolled in this next one. But we were talking about Game Day Bingo. You talked about the minor prize, but that's not the only good prize that's available throughout these games, as we have a major of $2,693. You can take home in 50 balls or less, but you actually can't take it home until it hits $3,000 and it clicks up in ball count. And that mega prize, it's sitting at 50 balls or less, and that's the one you'd win if you won it in 50 balls or less, because you'd be taking home $54,250.
That's right. Biggest jackpot takes priority on Game Day Bingo, so definitely keep that one in mind. But that is not where Game Day Bingo ends, because it runs on from 4 to 6 p.m. to have a lot of, the happy hour time, because Game Day Bingo is awesome. We want more of it. But of course, any of the jackpots that don't go out from 1 to 4 will be transferring on over to 4 to 6 p.m. So keep that one in mind. But all 23 of those games from 4 to 6 are bordered by 2 Lucky 4 bingo games. The first one starting right at 4 to kick off happy hour. You can get a chance over $43,160 on that first game of Lucky 4 bingo. And on the second game of Lucky 4 bingo, it is another chance at it. So any of the prizes that don't go out will be remaining in the second chance right at 6 p.m. And so if that $43,000 doesn't go out, another shot waiting at 6 p.m. for you.
Yeah, and that leads you right into our skull bingo that starts off at 6 o'clock. From 6 all the way till 10, you'll have opportunities at a coverall of $6,485. You can take home in 50 balls or less. A large frame of $598. You take home in 43 balls or less. And a line prize of $231. You can take home in 10 balls or less. But we do have a winner on that line prize.
Awesome stuff. It's No Show over at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill, taking away that line prize, trying to get his eyes set on a jackpot, hopefully.
Yeah, a little bit of luck sent out 100%. To No Show.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
For that disappointing loss. But $20,941 on that coverall that we're aiming for now. Mikey wins 6 balls away from that large M. But we do have some specialty nights that we need to highlight. Yes. The next one up is our Vikings Game Day. That's happening this Sunday at noon, as we're going to be playing some lunchtime bingo and some Game Day bingo, as we watch those Vikings take on the Commanders as we attempt to become 7-1 on the season.
Hey, awesome stuff. Hopefully we can get that all figured out and continue on victorious with those Vikings. But of course, we already had some PGL specialty nights this week, and MegaSota game night usually starts everything off at 6:40 every single Tuesday. I mean, unless you consider Sunday the start of your week, which I kind of respect that, to be honest. But of course, MegaSota game night over here at Pilot Games, that starts us off every week, and a whole lot of PGL games are available, including a grand finale of Jackpot Jungle, and on that coverall jackpot, in 54 balls or less to win, you could take home $47,867 before anyone even gets enrolled into the game. And of course, the very next night, we do not let it stop at MegaSota game night because we got Wild Wednesday rolling around from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Got a lot of great PGL games during that time, including some high and low tournament games, and of course, a grand finale of some back-to-back Wipeout Blackout games. A ton of fun for Wild Wednesday, but we do have a couple winners on these games.
Yeah, we got No Show over at McPete's Sports Bar and Player over at Popper's splitting up that $22 large M. No Show getting the double win in this one as we did click past that coverall to a Musco of $33, meaning that jackpot is just growing and rolling into this game number 5. But we do have Mad Dog, Terry F, Amex all trying to get wins in this one. We'll see if they can, as it should be going out in the next few balls.
There it is. Mikey wins over at American Legion Pine City, and JJ's over at American Legion Shakopee, and T-Bone over at Poppers. All of them getting a hand in that coverall jackpot, or not jackpot, but coverall must go. Nice job to you guys.
Yeah, 2 of them being top 10 lunchtime bingo players.
That's right. But I was actually wondering, do we have a winter edition for Wipeout Blackout?
I don't think so. I think Wipeout Blackout's just summer edition.
We should totally do a winter edition.
I think that would be fun.
With like snowboards.
Make it into snowboarding Wipeout Blackout. Yep. That's a great suggestion right there. Maybe Tony, maybe Nikki, forward that to the big man.
Have some hot chocolate in there.
We want some snowboarding Wipeout Blackout. But we are now getting enrolled into this game number 5 of Vikings Bingo. Should be some really fun stuff as you guys get enrolled. Jackpot's still available. Over $20,000, so make sure you're getting rolled, press, and play. But we do have some national days to get into. The very first one is a delicious one, as it's National Candy Day. On November 4th, we celebrate the sweet holiday, National Candy Day. Candies have a long history of attracting us and their bright colors and delightful flavors. They also come in a variety of fun sizes and shapes.
Interesting.
And flavors now too. I mean, you got chocolate, you got sweets, you got the licorices, you got the gummy worms.
Oh yeah.
No.
My favorite, I think, recently of all time has been the gummy clusters, dude. The Nerds gummy clusters.
The Nerds. I actually had a full-blown conversation with the UPS people as I was dropping off things for Tony to send over to Tony and Nikki. I was like, man, I don't know about you guys, but my weakness is those Nerds gummy clusters, and they're like, dude, I know.
They're doing something
they're
different in there.
like, I will sit down and eat an entire bag. And they all agreed. They were like, yeah, I sit down and eat an entire bag too. And I'm like, and it's so easy. It's
super
so easy.
And they're so good. I don't understand it.
They're my favorite candy right now. Deservedly so. They're so good.
Oh, right now for sure, but they're starting to quickly climb up my all-time.
Your all-time list? They're definitely up there in my all-time.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's cracked my top 5 yet. Like I definitely won't give it that much.
They need to survive for me for years.
Yeah.
For them, because it's longevity now that they have to battle. They got the taste that gets you into like my top 25 candies of all time.
I would honestly be surprised if they don't last. If I get sick of them, to be honest.
Really?
I would be pretty surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that surprised if I got sick of them. Because
I haven't gotten a whole bag of them for myself yet, though. I've kind of shared all of them with my girlfriend so far. Yeah.
I share them all the time. I bring them into office. I'll just have them between me and my girlfriend. So I definitely don't eat too much of it. But I've been able to eat a family size pack in 3 days of Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, Sour Patch Kids are great.
I've been able to do that. I can eat a giant pack of those big packs of Reese's.
See,
I've just mass ate those.
Oh, Reese's are so good. I like the variety pack that Reese's comes in.
Yeah.
With the Take 5 Reese's and all that stuff. Yeah, and the fast breaks, all that good stuff.
So good.
See, I love Sour Patch Kids because I feel like they're the like evolved version of Swedish Fish.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's what Swedish Fish always should have been. You know what I mean? Like Swedish Fish just kind of they got dry on the outside, and they had a weird
I
like
love
little
Swedish Fish. You can't like Swedish Fish is like top
See,
top 3 in my list.
I never liked them. I never liked them that much.
I love Swedish Fish. I could eat so much, and I never get sick of it.
They just remind me of like chunks of like dry licorice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
but like I like thin licorice more.
You like thin licorice?
Yeah, because I feel like it stays fresher.
I think it tastes like if you bit into a full pull and peel. Like you don't pull it at all. That's what it tastes like.
The pull and peel, like maybe the taste, yeah, but the texture is so much better.
The texture of a full pull and peel?
So much
I don't
better.
agree. I love but I'm not talking about
the pull and peel is that much
Swedish fish like the brand Swedish Fish.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the
generic.
7-Eleven Swedish Fish.
Okay.
Those things have the texture of that because
they're
it's a little
that
bit,
much more gummy.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
okay,
They have that
gotcha,
touch more
gotcha.
gummy without the staleness that gets involved
See,
with.
Swedish Fish actually does
regular
have a little
Swedish.
bit of stale.
Yeah.
They are a little bit.
So I'm not the biggest fan of like the brand Swedish Fish,
Yeah.
but I love the 7-Eleven brand
Yeah.
of Swedish
funny.
Fish.
I'm honestly willing to bet that that they somehow keep them more fresh.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
don't
mean?
know. It's tastier. I
so
I
funny.
love that candy. So
Yeah.
Swedish Fish,
Yeah.
you'll be hard pressed for me to say anything. But I got
True.
weird candy takes. Like one of my weird candy takes that I completely blame my father for,
Okay.
and that is that I enjoy black licorice. Like I think
Oh,
black
yeah.
licorice is super tasty, and so many people hate it. But now
Yeah.
I did try some black licorice this weekend, and it was like a full chunk. It wasn't like the
Oh, like
one
the
it didn't
wheels?
have a hole in the middle. It was like a full like chunk of licorice that was
okay,
black
like a little
licorice.
block.
Yeah, a little block of licorice.
Okay.
And it was not good. I did not like it that way. But when it's like that Twizzler type,
Like when it's wheeled.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, like how the classic Twizzler black licorice
Yeah.
packs are. That I like those.
Okay. But before we go further, though, we do have Kimson over at Jack and Jim's taking the Lime Prize, and Lucky Karen over at Half Lee's Bar taking away the Large M. And now we got players one ball away from that must-go prize on the coverall. But hey, there it is. T-Bone over at Poppers, hopefully getting it further into the top 10 of the standings. Nice job to you taking away that win. But we do have another game to get into because that jackpot is still hanging around and 52 balls or less to win. But we were talking about
Candies and
licorice.
licorice in particular. Yeah, black licorice, and it wasn't very good. And I felt so bad because I made Jordy try it because it was her first time ever trying black
Ooh.
licorice, and it was a terrible type of black licorice.
Yeah.
And so I felt bad. But I still remain. I am a fan of the black licorice.
I think I've tried black licorice before, and I just don't remember it being that much worse than red licorice. You know what I mean? Like I just remember they kind of tasted a little.
I could see you being a kind of guy that would be like, "Oh, this is decent. Like this isn't bad." I don't see you as a regular eater
No,
of black licorice, but it's kind of like how I am. I don't.
If it was in my Halloween candy bag, I probably would just either trade it or just eat it.
Eat it
You know what I
anyways,
mean?
like
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like you're if you were introduced to black licorice more often, I feel like you'd be in a similar space where I am, where I'm like,
Yeah.
I sometimes like if someone just like randomly has black licorice, I'm like, oh, fun. Like I
Yeah.
love a good bag of black licorice.
Yeah.
But I will never get a bag of black licorice for myself.
No. I've only had it like once or twice maybe, so I can't really speak on it too much. But like I remember both times, like I just didn't really care about it too
Yeah.
much. It was just kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
this is a thing. And like I just didn't deem it too much different than like red licorice in my mind.
Okay. Yeah. No. Now, top 3 favorite candies. Solidify them right here, right now, and this will be the end of our
Like
candy
right now or all
conversation.
time?
All time.
Oh, okay.
All time.
Butterfinger might take my first.
Ooh, Butterfingers
Yeah,
are so good.
that might take my first. Oh man, I don't know if I have a gummy in my top 3 to be honest.
Really? No gummies make your top
no,
3?
No. Pull and peel will be 3rd.
Pull and peel?
Yeah.
I was about to
had
say,
a-
you
yeah.
love a good pull and
Yeah,
peel.
we had enough of a like a era with them. I feel like that it deserves to be top 3.
Yeah.
And then second place.
Not Sour Patch Kids, though. You put pull and peels over Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. No, yeah, 100%. Let's see. I don't know what second place would be for me.
And they're the Twizzler pull and peels.
Oh,
if nobody knows, just to
yes, that's
be
right.
a little bit more exact.
Right. The Reese's Fast Break. That would be my second. all
Oh, that's a good choice right there.
time. I've always liked those.
Okay, my top ones all time is going to be Kit Kat's going to be one of my favorites.
Okay.
I really like Swedish Fish. That's going to be one of my top ones.
Okay.
And I'm more of a gummy guy than a chocolate guy. Then I'm probably going to go like the Twizzler. No, I'm going Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
Sour Patch Kids has been more of the staple throughout my life.
Yeah.
So I'll go Kit Kat, Swedish Fish, and Sour Patch Kids as my top 3.
Yeah.
But the Kit Kat wouldn't even make my current top 10.
Oh yeah, no.
But it makes my all-time
all-time.
top 3.
Twix would make my all-time over Kit Kat.
Yeah,
to be
Kit Kat
honest.
is now Twix has surpassed Kit Kat.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I love the wafer chocolate combo.
I understand
in
that.
the
Yeah.
Kit Kat as
Yeah.
a kid.
I liked it, but like it was always just kind of like meh for me.
I
But, like,
I
never
understand it
liked too
now.
much.
For
Yeah.
me, I just kind of think of it as an average candy.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Twix is something else. To me.
Twix
I kind
is
of
so
that's a
good.
sleeper to be honest.
Twix is one of those that would make my current top 3.
Yeah, that they could definitely make my current top 10.
Okay. Now I want to just say my current top 3 before we get into our next
Yeah,
national day.
that's a
I'm
good
doing
idea.
the Nerds Clusters
Yep.
Twix, and I'm going to go with actually the Dear Gelly chocolates.
Oh, those are super good. That would definitely be in my top 3 too.
Yeah.
But before we go further, She and Tim over at J&J Bowling Center taking away that line prize. Nice job to you guys. Okay, Nikki, maybe formulate your top 3 right now too while we're trying to bumble around. I think my current top 3 has to be gummy clusters, the Ghirardelli raspberry chocolates.
Uh-huh.
You know, the ones filled with the raspberry.
Yes.
And then, man, what would be another candy I've been eating a lot of recently? I guess, man, I don't know. I really don't know. I maybe just like I think chocolate, to be honest. I've been eating a lot of just chocolate.
Just like nice chocolate,
yeah.
not like
Dude,
not
I
like
had-
your Snickers chocolate or your
No.
Kisses
Just
chocolate.
like chocolate bars and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But like I had this chocolate bar recently that had chili in it. It was
What?
so good. It was just like a hint of chili.
Surprising.
And it was really good.
That doesn't like shock me, but it is surprising that the
Yeah.
chili would pair well with the
It
chocolate.
was like dark chocolate. Yep,
Great stuff. We do have 40 balls dropped in this game, though, as we're trying to give out this large M quickly. So we have a run-up at this coverall of $21,000. 1 ball away for Jabberhap and Skip Work, as well as Terry F. We'll see if they can get the win, as there it is, large M going out to Mikey Wins over at American Legion Pine City.
I like the names out right now. Jabberhap and Skip Work.
Yeah, that is
interesting bunch out there.
That is a
right now.
great bunch that we got out there right now.
That's right. But of course, we only got ooh, can we do it? No, moving on to the 53rd ball and on to the must-go prize. But to end off Candy Day, we do have some popular candy in some other countries that we can look at. In the U.S., though, we'll start with them.
Okay.
It is M&M's and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. They're actually kind of tied for first.
Yeah, awesome stuff. We do got Player over at Poppers taking home that $36 must-go coverall prize. And
This does not surprise me at all, to be
no,
honest.
doesn't. M&M
No.
Reese's makes sense.
Yeah, and because like Reese's, if it's big anywhere else in the world, I will be surprised. Because peanut butter is like a purely American thing.
Is
It's
it?
so fun. Yeah, no, like
I didn't know
peanut
that.
butter is so hard to get anywhere else in the world.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like such a like people think it's so weird. It's kind of like how like
Oh, is that why people love peanut butter when they come over here?
Yes,
Because they're like,
yes.
oh, like wow, this is like awesome.
Yep.
Like that's like one of the main things I hear
Yep.
when
it's kind of like remember when almond butter first came out and people were kind of like, what? Like,
Yeah.
almond butter? Like that's kind of how people view peanut butter everywhere else.
It's just like, what
Yeah,
is?
it's like a nut butter? Like,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, like everywhere else, they're it's kind of weirded out by it. But here, people love peanut
That's
butter.
so funny. M&M's peanut Reese's makes sense.
And then Canada kind of keeping on the same track. Kit Kats and peanut butter cups.
Well, I'm glad that validifies my Kit Kat love.
100%. Mexico and Brazil, you just get any kind of chocolate. Just literally, they love chocolate. South Africa, they have the Cadbury Lunch Bar.
Oh, that seems like a tasty one. It's that purple wrapped.
Yeah, that's
I think
right.
I've seen them before.
Yeah, no, I think for some reason, like, we don't really have them that much here.
I don't think lunch bars, but I definitely have seen the dairy milk chocolate
the Cadbury
bars.
eggs.
Yes.
But UK, Ireland, Australia, and India, they love Cadbury dairy milk bars.
Okay.
So
I feel like
they
I've
just
seen
love
those
chocolate
before.
yeah, like these, like special shops and stuff like that for sure. Yeah.
And in France, it's just candy bars.
Oh, okay. Just the chocolate bar, candy bars. Yeah, just there's so many European chocolates to choose from. It's just kind of hard. Germany's Milka. That's a type of chocolate bar as well. Oh, I think it has like what's it? That type of there's like a type of like candy in it that makes it different. But yeah, I think that's what that is.
Has pockets of milk in it.
Okay, yeah, literally just liquid milk.
Yeah.
Just whole milk. That would be so gross.
It's like a gusher, but milk.
Yeah, literally. Ugh, I would hate that so much.
Chocolate milk. I feel like some people would like it though. I feel like there would be a group of people
100%.
that would love like
It's milk pockets.
Yeah.
Which is pure, just not even like, gooey like condensed milk, just milk.
Yeah, exactly. Just
I don't know how you
liquefied.
would like that. How you would keep that? How it would keep though?
I have no
It just
idea.
curdle. It turned to like yogurt.
Oh, that probably pretty quick.
Cheese. It's like cheese curds in your chocolate bar.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
nasty.
Yeah, you want your chocolate milk eggs?
Oh, hey, well, hold up. China's got it figured out.
Okay.
They got some milk candy. That's their favorite.
Okay.
It tops their sales charts. It's a white, soft, chewy treat. It's predicted to only grow in revenue. That's hilarious. And then Japan, chocolate. South Korea, Ghana, chocolate. Yeah, people love chocolate all over the world.
That seems to be by far the most popular everywhere. I love some good gummy candy, so I feel like there needs to
milk candy. Would you try the milk candy then?
The milk candy.
It's gummy. It's a white, soft, chewy treat.
I'm so glad that it picks up your version of saying milk as melt on the captioner.
Melt.
Yeah, it said melt on the captioner instead of milk.
Did it actually?
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Yeah, so makes me so
Milk.
happy because you're not actually saying the word milk. You're saying milk.
Milk. Is it saying milk? Wait. Oh, it said Zayn Malik. Oh, because I was saying Zayn. Oh, I don't even know anymore.
Now it's
China
messing up all the
candy.
broadcaster. We do have a
Seriously.
line prize going up to Stu over Eagles Rochester. We got to move on from our candy day, but those are definitely some weird candies I've never heard of. Milk candies.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
But next up, we got National Chicken Lady Day. National Chicken Lady Day on November 4th annually honors Dr. Marthina Atina Dupree. Okay, let's find out a little bit more about her.
Chicken Lady Day. I wonder if she's like, was she super into chicken?
Yeah, it looks like.
Oh no, this looks like this is a lady that totally just bought a day for herself.
Really?
Yeah, go to it. I want to see what she has to say. The first one. Let's see, Tina Dupree, the chicken lady.
You can't even get onto the site. See, let's go to her LinkedIn.
It's so funny.
It looks like she just bought a national day for herself.
Yeah, that's so
Or just
funny.
a day on this.
The chicken lady, and
She's an author of 5 books, creator of. She is known as the Chicken Lady because of her 12 years of experience as a corporate resident for major fast food restaurant chains.
Yeah, so the National Day actually has a big thing about it. So at first glance, National Chicken Lady Day on this day sounds like a food-related holiday, or maybe even a witty homage to the character played by Mark McKinney on The Kids in the Hall. But it's not really related to either of those things, but kind of to chicken. It's named in honor of Dr. Tina Dupree, a businesswoman and motivational speaker. Her inspiring story and successful business acumen led to a meeting with President George W. Bush. It's meant to honor Dupree's efforts to raise educational standards in her community.
That's awesome stuff. We do have Dee Marie over at Shooter Saloon and Lisa over at Main Street Pub splitting up that $25 prize, as we have a Musco coverall prize going out to JJ's over at American Legion Shakopee. We're not sure on what that Musco prize is, but for some reason, again, we are showing that we gave out that jackpot. That jackpot did not go out in this game. We had this happen in earlier games. Sorry, JJ's. It's just the Musco prize going out to you. But that means that jackpot is going to be growing and rolling into this next game of Vikings Bingo. We'll have that prize that JJ's won in just a little bit. But we do have a little bit of Twins news to get in. Wait, you were talking about Chicken Lady. We got to talk a little bit more about that.
We wrongly accused her of buying this day for herself. No, she did not do that.
She's
Back
awesome.
in 2001, George W. Bush declared this day as National Chicken Lady Day
for her
efforts and like in the communities.
That's
that she's
awesome,
been
and
in
it's nothing to do with chicken. It just
no, because she worked at the second largest chicken restaurant chain in the world, and while she was doing that, she was the director of community relations and training. Because of all the involvement in the community she had, she like went above and beyond her job.
Yeah,
like she just actually resigned and I think started doing her own things.
That's really cool stuff. Well, happy National Chicken Lady Day. We do just have 2 minutes to get enrolled in this next game of Vikings Bingo, a little game number 8 action.
That's right. And we actually did have Nikki check in and let us know her favorite candies. So we're going to go over them.
Yes.
We're going to give them I'm going to give it average 10 out of 10 or, on the scale.
Okay.
On how I decide it sounds.
Okay.
Let's see. And by the way, I give yours like an 8. I like most of your candies.
Yeah, they're good candies.
But the amount of gummies takes it down a little bit. I still love gummies. That's why it's still like way above average. But of course, it does take it down a little bit from perfect.
Yeah, yours isn't perfect either.
That's
for
right.
my
No, exactly. But all right, so Nikki's saying her number 1 is probably going to be the Dove chocolates or the Ghirardelli chocolates. That's a solid.
So
first
good,
pick. Yeah,
so
tasty. The Dove chocolates with the little inspirational messages in them.
Awesome.
They're so good. Especially the ones filled with caramel. But then after that, she said anything with caramel or just straight up caramels. Okay. I like the chewy ones. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a fan of caramels, but I don't think it would make it my top 3. But still, good choice.
Then she said after that she has to go with gummies. They're gonna go for Sour Patch as well.
Ooh, see, that ups her list. She is at a 9 out of 10.
Okay,
9 out of 10. Just because she missed on the caramels one, but
okay. I think
that's funny because literally all the other ones are like ones that I talked about either being in my current list or my all-time list.
Yeah, they're in your all-time. I think I'm gonna put it at an 8.5 out of 10 because the caramel for me is still gummy, and if it's combined with chocolate, it can be a 10 out of 10. But for me, the caramel does put it a half a point above yours, just because it's one less gummy. But in a way, it is sort of a gummy in itself.
Yeah,
this is like sugar gummy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if I agree with that statement of that the caramel is a gummy.
It's just a sugar gummy.
It's just a sugar gummy, but I agree with the score nonetheless. We do just got 15 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 8 of Vikings Bingo. Hopefully, you guys are getting enrolled. Press and play. Let's talk about that jackpot that JJ's just won, as they took home $38 on that Musco prize, meaning that $21,310 jackpot is still available in this one. And we got some Twins news to get into, and we got 3 reasons why Ryan Jeffers should be the Twins' primary catching option in 2023. And their first reason is that the Twins have more pressing needs this offseason.
That's right. The Twins, Ryan Jeffers, he's been showing he can be the primary catcher. Jeffers' cost allows the Twins to prioritize payroll elsewhere. Elsewhere.
Yeah, all 3 of those reasons, really, really great stuff. I think pressing needs, we obviously have more pressing needs than the catcher position. I think there's a few other positions that I'd put over the catcher. He definitely did show that he was decent during this past season, that he could take on that primary catching role. Yeah. And then the payroll is probably the biggest the biggest add to his entire the entire thing of having him be the primary catcher so that we can, sign some big-time players.
No, 100%. I definitely agree. But before we go further, we do have Lucky Karen over at Halfley's Bar taking away that line prize, splitting it up with Terry F. over at Eagles in Rochester. Nice job to both of you guys splitting that one up. But other than that, not a whole lot going on with the Twins.
It's off-season, and it's not even true off-season yet.
No,
It's
the World Series. Well, I guess, let's take a look at what the World Series is doing.
Yeah.
I think they're tied 2-2 right now.
Yeah, and as we're moving away from our Twins and just talking World Series, you guys can support our Minnesota Twins by playing the great ETAB game, Twins Win. You guys can play wherever you guys are playing pilot games at.
That's right. All right, Houston leads 3-2. They might be winning another ring. Correa might be, kind of missing his home a little bit.
I hate the Astros, to
I
be
know.
honest.
Yeah, I think it was the correct move for him to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if he had stayed, it would not have been a good look to be
No,
honest.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think
so
he had
I
to
think
get out of there.
Yeah, for his individual career, I think it was a good decision.
Yeah, but they're for sure they're a really good team still. So
they are great.
Like,
and
I
you know
think-
what's funny? Jose Altuve hasn't even been the best player. Like he's been actually kind of a detriment.
No, it's because they're not cheating for him anymore.
Yeah, no more.
He doesn't
banging
know
on
what
trash
he doesn't
cans.
know what what the pitch is about to come in at.
He's like, wait, where's the banging at, guys?
Where's the ball gonna be?
He's like studying the chess cheater dude's moves now. He's like, he did what to cheat?
He did. He takes the conspiracy theories seriously.
That's right. He's like, all right, boys.
We do have Elsa
That's
over
right.
at Titan Sports Saloon taking home $24 as we did click past that coverall to a $36 Musco. And it's going out to Mikey Wins over at American Legion Pine City. Good job to all of our winners in this game number 8 of Vikings Bingo. We're now getting rolled into a game number 9. Only 2 more opportunities to take home this jackpot. But should be some really fun stuff in the World Series. Hopefully you guys are checking that out, as well as playing our great baseball-themed ETAB game, Twins Win.
No.
But we do like to play some baseball-themed lunchtime bingo half of the year.
Yeah.
We also like to play what you guys are playing right now half of the year, a little bit of Vikings bingo. Either way, we're playing at 12-1, and you guys are earning points towards our lunchtime bingo standings, which we call the Twiking Zone.
That's right. And, of course, starting off those standings, we got in 10th place, Red over at American Legion Fridley, and he's doing pretty good in 10th place. 9th place, though, up ahead, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant. 8th place, we got Kirby over at Adagio's. 7th place is T-Bone over at Poppers. 6th place, we got Tez playing over at Poppers as well. 5th place, getting into the 200,000 point club. Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar in South Haven is in 5th. 4th place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park. 3rd is Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven. 2nd is Scrub Eye playing over at American Legion Fridley. And 1st place in the 300,000 point club, it's Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's.
Yeah, good job to all of those players. On to the locations. We actually had some shakeups on this location side as we have a 9th place tie being formed. It's between Halfley's Bar in Richmond and Lakefront Bar in La Center, as Lakefront Bar got bumped back from 8th into 9th place as the top 10th place location shot up from 10th into 8th, Steve-O's and Crystal. Now in 7th, we got Carboni's Pizzas CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. As 6th place, we got VFW Blaine starting off the 200,000 point club. 5th place is our place on 3rd and Faribault, and that's when we move to the 400,000 point club. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia, and 3rd place is Corky's Bar South Haven. In the 500,000 point club in 2nd place, we got American Legion Fridley, and in the 600,000 point club in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to you guys all getting into the top 10 of the standings. You guys are all doing some good stuff. But it looks like we may have missed out on a little National Day thing.
Yeah, we missed out on a bunch of national days that don't get highlighted by the specific place that I
That's
look
funny.
at.
I don't know if it is technically, but I think it's Google has a thing that's celebrating jollof rice, which is a really good type of rice. But that's cool. It celebrates a quintessential West African dish simmered in reduced tomatoes, onions, peppers, and regional spices. It's super good on it. If you're looking for a way to spice up your rice, that is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, super tasty. Well, if you guys want to spice up your bingo playing experience, check out our e-tabs. We got 70 different charitable e-tabs that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in that game. And what is your highlight e-tab for this lunchtime broadcast?
Going to Mexico.
Going to Mexico.
Yeah, because we were just talking about earlier in our, company call, we were talking about those players that dressed up as the E-Tap.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
And I just kidding. I was like, wow, that is great because they actually popped off a little bit.
They did it great. They looked
good.
like the E-Tap characters.
They even printed out the logo and so had it on a sign. I was like, okay, guys.
It was really cool stuff. Good job to you players doing that.
So they definitely did spice up their bingo plan.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Nikki, if you could maybe pull up that photo so that we could show it off in our next break time, because I would love to be able to show off them all dressed up in that going to Mexico outfit, because it's just really cool stuff.
Even if we're only able to show it in the happy hour bingo too, if not ready by then, that would be awesome.
Because right now we are in a game number 8?
Yes. Game number 8. Sweet. We're perfect.
No, I think it's a game number 9 that we're in right now.
Okay, gotcha.
So only one more middle point where we can try and get that game out. So hopefully we can do it. But we got $31 on the line, $31 on the large M, and $21,000 on that coverall. And we got some music history to get into. And in 1991, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announces its 7th class of inductees, including Jimi Hendrix, Booker T, and the MGs. Sam and Dave, the Yardbirds, the Isley Brothers, Johnny Cash, and Bobby Blue Bland.
That's hilarious. That's actually pretty crazy. I mean, those are some of my favorite artists with Jimi Hendrix, Sam and Dave, the Isley Brothers, and even Johnny Cash, just because it's Johnny Cash.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. That's probably some of the very, very little country I like is Johnny Cash country.
Yeah, no, 100%. Anything from the Highwaymen, I'm eating up for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But that's crazy. That is a huge class to be a part of. Very, very legendary artist. So super cool stuff.
Definitely a cool class of inductees. You got a favorite song from those inductees? We do have Cooper over at Beck's Pub taking home that $31 must-go line prize. I don't know music well enough to say I have a favorite of any of those artists.
I just found a song by the Isley Brothers recently that I've never heard.
So that's your current favorite right now?
Current favorite, For the Love of You by the Isley Brothers.
Awesome stuff. We do have another day in music history to get into, and this one a lot more recent.
Yeah, that's right. In 2016, Justin Timberlake, before I do what he did, we got a winner.
We got Player over at Main Street Pub and Gold Coast 1 over at Lookout Bar and Grill, splitting up $31. As we only have 2 more balls to give this out, so before you get into that next day of music history, let's see if it goes out right here. Player is in line to do it, and no, we're moving on to a must-go prize of $47.
That's right. But, of course, for this next day in music history, Justin Timberlake and Gwen Stefani lend their voices to the animated film Trolls. Timberlake plays Branch, a paranoid troll who's in love with a princess, while Stefani is a resident disc jockey, DJ Suki.
That is awesome stuff. We do have Your Mama over at Cam's taking home that $47 must-go coverall prize. Good job to all the players in this game as we get enrolled into your final opportunity to be able to take home a awesome jackpot. Get enrolled, press play, because we want to give out that over $21,000 to one of these great players on this Friday.
That's right. But, hey, happy birthday to Trolls. That's pretty funny.
I've never seen the movie Trolls, though. Even though it's got some star-studded cast with Justin Timberlake.
No, it was
and,
even more star-studded than that. It went deep. It was, I think, Robert De Niro might have been in it for some reason. It's just one of those weird movies
that just has a bunch of cast members. I love Justin Timberlake, especially as an actor. To be honest, I like him way more as an actor than I do as a musician.
Yes, no, 100%.
It's got Anna Kendrick, Zooey Deschanel, Justin Timberlake, lots of big-time actors and actresses.
And don't quote me on Robert De Niro being in it because it's just one of those movies where it's like a random person might have been in it for some reason. Let's take a look. Christopher Mintz-Plasse was in it?
That's so funny. If you guys don't know who that is what's his name?
McLovin. That's right. Russell Brand was in it. Jeffrey Tambor was in it. John Cleese was in it. What?
Russell Brand. That's such a weird guy.
Jason Schwartzman was in it for some reason. That's hilarious. Just a lot of random people in there.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
No Robert De Niro, though.
All of them kind of musically inclined.
Yes,
so
and unfortunately, James Corden was in the movie as well.
Oh, gosh, yeah, James Corden.
Yeah. That don't stop me from watching.
I don't even know what what's wrong with why people
he's just
dislike
like a
him.
butthole. Yeah.
But I just know that I don't. I've never enjoyed his content. So
to be fair to him, he's never been a terrible human being. It's just the type of thing where it's he's just a major d-bag.
Yeah, it's kind of like how I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, it's like the same thing with Chevy Chase. You know, I mean, he's never done anything inhumane, but it's he won't tip waiters and stuff like that.
If you hear about what's happened on the with Chevy Chase on the Community set, you would completely change your tone.
Did more things happen?
If there's a lot of stuff that's come out about him and the whole entire I mean, he got fired for straight up
saying things.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
I didn't know. I thought he was just a major.
Right in front of Donald Glover and what's the woman's name that's on that as well?
I'm not sure.
But great actress as well.
Wow, wow, that's okay. I take it back. I don't know what he did, so I'm
yeah. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So he might be a little lower, but whatchamacallit.
I was about to say, I was don't compare.
James Corden hasn't gotten that far yet.
I was Chevy Chase is actually people said he was actually losing his mind on the Community set.
Man, I can never watch Three Amigos again.
So sad. But we do have a PGL action happening next week, so make sure you guys are signed up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. PGL players, they compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a bunch of great information in it. Let's see if we got that player. We got Vikes win as a great player picture. That was a great win we had this weekend, and they were actually playing while we were having that Vikings game day.
Oh, that's awesome stuff. Hopefully you guys were having a good time watching the Vikings win and, of course, winning yourselves. But we do have just little Vikings news to get into. Speaking of them, we are 6-1, and we are going to be favored by most going against the Commanders in Week 9. Greg Rosenthal, I mean, for example, he has the Vikings 27 to the Commanders 20. So actually a pretty close game with Taylor Heineke actually giving his talented receivers a little bit of a chance.
Yeah,
for once.
Yeah, they were saying, people keep on waiting for Minnesota to get their comeuppance, but it doesn't seem to be working out for them as we feel like we are the perfect matchup to be able to get that win against the Commanders.
But honestly, I do have to give it to the Commanders. They have so many talented individuals on the team.
Yes.
Where it's I feel like any week they could win a game.
Yeah, I mean, they've won, I think, the last 3 weeks, and so they're a really good team. And this is the kind of game that I actually worry about because, next week we have the Bills. Yep. So everyone in the Vikings locker room is hopefully we have built the culture that they're just looking for the current week right now, but there's a lot of young players that would be looking for that next week and kind of forget about the Commanders. Yep. And then that's where you see an upset win against a 6-1 team and a Commanders level team. And the Commanders end up getting the win. We're hoping that can't happen. We do have Pub Rules over at Main Street Pub and D. Marie over at Shooter Saloon, splitting up that $29 Musco. But even the staff at Bleacher Report said 27-21 for the Commanders. Everyone's kind of predicting a big win, us to dominate the win, but they're kind of hesitant to give it to us since we haven't really had a dominant win yet.
Very, very true. I mean, since Week 1 against the Packers.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I think a lot of people are high up on the Commanders now just because Taylor Heineke's been doing good.
He at least gives the wide receivers a shot at the ball because he throws a lot of 50-50 balls. Yep. He'll throw. And
you have to do that with Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
You have to. You know what I mean? You just can't.
Because Terry McLaurin, he actually has an amazing catch radius for how small he is because he can jump vertically, in directions and create these really impressive contested catches.
Yeah, well, no, 100%. So he is the type of quarterback that they have been needing. And honestly, for the Commanders, I hope they continue to go forward with him.
Yeah, but
they've been have a lot more success.
But I think we are going to get the win as we are the perfect matchup. We do have Linda, Nate, 8 over at Miniger Sports Hub taking home that $29 Musco Large M, and then that $44 Musco coveralls going to She and Tim over at JJ's Bowling Center. Good job to all of our winners in this final game of Vikings Bingo.
Happy birthday, Puff Daddy.
Yeah, and Devin Hester. I love Devin Hester.
Devin Hester. I actually did see a post about that earlier.
Yeah, so. Devin Hester, one of the greatest return man of all time. Just stinks that he had to be for the Bears.
Yes, no, 100%. But hey, happy birthday to Chicken Little, too. That movie came out on this day in 2005, and that is a great one.
Yeah, Weird Al, the Al Yankovic story is coming out on today with Daniel Radcliffe starring as Weird Al. But you guys are about to get enrolled in some great game day bingo games, so we'll stop rattling off and get you guys going. We do have a player spotlight, Mike, over at VFW Wells, who took home $28,000. And over at VFW Wells, they were supporting the VFW Post 1778 in Wells. Their mission is to foster camaraderie among United States veterans of overseas conflicts, to serve our veterans and the military and our community, to advocate on behalf of all veterans.
That's right, and when things like this happen, always leads us right back around to whenever you guys play Pilot games, your community wins. Have a nice rest of your day. We'll be seeing you around happy hour.
See ya.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 50
balls.